Would you please remain standing as you're able for the reading of the gospel? Today's gospel reading is from Matthew 22, verses 35 through 40. And one of them, a lawyer, asked Jesus a question to test him. Teacher, which commandment is the law in the law is the greatest? Jesus said to them, you shall love the Lord your God with all your heart, with all your soul, and with all your mind. This is the greatest and first commandment. And the second is like it. You shall love your neighbor as yourself. On these two commandments hang all the law and the prophets. May God add understanding to this reading of the gospel.
Amen. Please be seated. I have to laugh, or had to laugh during this service, during that song. We've been here in this church building for almost a year. And for the very first time, as we started to sing, For Those Tears I Died, I looked up at this light fixture, and it's filled with gay pride color glitter. I've never seen that. God, I ask that you send your spirit upon me. Anoint my heart, anoint my lips, and let the words I speak be your words, not mine. Remove me from myself, and let your spirit dwell within. Open the ears of those who would hear this sermon today, that they hear the words that you have for them. Amen. Resist. It's kind of the theme this year throughout Pride services all over the country. On this Sunday of Pride, I want to talk to you about the theme that has been used in this year's parades and rallies for LGBTQ churches and parades. To resist. For us as a people to resist the social and political and religious hatred that many of us are facing, whether we be LGBTQ, ally, Christian, or non-Christian, whether we are an organized religion or faith, we all must follow the same rules for this to work. In order for us to resist the obstacles, judgments, or the laws, we must seek to have respect. We must learn to respect each other and each person for whom they really are. And that is a vital part of our world, our societies, and our lives. No one really is any different than anyone else. We are all created in an image of a loving God or a loving and greater power. Empowerment. We must learn to empower each and every person that we meet on our life's journey. We are not on the same journey at all. Yet we are allowing our journeys to cross each with one another. To make our journey better for ourselves and for those we meet, we must empower each person to be and to celebrate who and what they are. Support. We must be supportive in the uniqueness and the queerness of each person and of ourselves. Inclusive. We, though many labels and many directions that we may follow, we must be totally inclusive of all people. We cannot allow ourselves to be separated from the love of God and our greater power by excluding the handiwork of any creation. Sharing of our stories. We must share our stories of our own journey with one another, so as to let people know that they do not walk these streets of life alone. We walk them together. If we learned as our ancestors of the Native American people that our journey, no matter how long ago it may have been or how recent it is a vital part of our makeup and of our future. We must learn to honor those saints of the past and the saints of the present, and the saints who are yet to come, by sharing our stories and learning from the journey of other peoples. Teach. We must be willing to teach the next generation that will follow. We must be willing to guide them along with us and not be a barrier to them by not teaching them from the wisdom which we have gained along our journey. The great thing about the LGBTQ and ally communities is that a new journey for any of us can begin at any stage of our lives. Not everyone comes out of the closet at the exact same age. Not everyone becomes affirming and accepting at the same age. That reminds me, David, much older than I, was researching the internet and said, I found something from long ago, a long history. The handkerchiefs and all the colors and what they meant. That was in my time. That was not that long ago. Thank you very much. This is truly an individual journey, yet a journey of a community at large. We do have so many titles among our group: trans, gay, lesbian, bi, straight, queer, pansexual, asexual, people of leather, drag queens. We must accept these labels for one another, and yet at the same time be willing to lay aside the things that separate us and become united in all that we do and can do for the betterment of our community. We also have Christians, atheists, Buddhists, Muslim, Unitarians, and Jews in our community. We also have, fear not, children of God, we also have politicians in our community. We become a people of resistance when all these things come together, for there is such strength, might, and power in the larger community if we stand together. If we want to accept the covenant that God has recorded to have made to Noah after the flood, then we must be willing to bring on our ark any and all kinds of people and creation into the light of peace, justice, and safety. If we wish to receive the colorful rainbow following our storms, if we want to be able to say, I have trusted in your steadfast love, my heart shall rejoice in your salvation, we will sing to our Creator, because our Creator has dealt bountifully with us. There is no big secret to how all of this can work if we follow the two greatest commandments or rules that were given today. You shall love the Lord your God and Creator with all your heart, with all your soul, and with your entire mind. Then you shall love your neighbor as yourself. Of these two commandments hang all the law and the prophets. If we can stand together, as the Queens did in front of Stonewall Lounge 48 years ago, locking our arms together, we will resist and overcome the prejudices and hatreds that the world may present to us. If we can simply sit at the bar and enjoy our lives dressed the way we wish, loving who we wish, and when harm comes through that door, we can stand up, kick off our heels, pull our wigs off, and pull up our big girl panties. We will have resisted. And we will have become a community. So today, I encourage you and each of us to always, in the spirit of peace, love, and justice always find and remain that nasty woman that is within each and every one of us.
Amen.
If our world was not ready for that nasty woman, they sure as hell are not ready for the nasty queen and her friends.